a certain text on the screen based on if a particular condition has been met. If that condition hasn't been met, we don't want to go ahead and print that text on the screen. So let's start. We're gonna set two variables. Our first variable will be x, and we're gonna set x to 2, and our second variable will be y, and we're gonna go ahead and set y to 8. Now the next thing that we want to do is to print x. Very straightforward. We've seen how to do this 1,000 times by now. So if you go ahead and print x, x is 2. All right, but here is what we want to do. We want to print the statement, say x is greater than y, right? And we want to print this statement if only x is truly greater than y. So let's go ahead and print that to say if, and we can throw our check in there and say if x is greater than y, then we want to execute this statement. And based on the syntax for Python, we're gonna have to indent this. So if x is greater than y, we want to go ahead and print that. All right, so now if I run this, you notice nothing is printed, and you're asking, but why wasn't that statement printed? Well, it's because I put a condition, and now I can only print if that condition has been met. And that's the whole idea behind if statements. If that condition hasn't been met, my statement would not be printed. So how do we fix this? All right, one way to quickly fix that is to change x to say x equals 9. Now if I run this, all right, x is greater than 9, this text gets printed. So guys, there you have it, plain and simple. The idea of using if statements. You can start injecting if statements within your code to execute particular sections if a condition is met, and to not execute particular sections if that condition hasn't been met. So very, very powerful. Now you must be asking, well, we've seen the scenario here of executing if statements, but what if indeed that condition isn't met? What else should we do? So we're gonna go ahead and go into the next concept here, which will talk about handling that else condition. So this is gonna talk about